Now on CoastTV News.
Lots of smoke from a shed fire in Georgetown. What firefighters say happened. Addressing air travel safety concerns. The new plan that aims to help consumer confidence take back off.
Another development near Milton is sparking discussion how this affects you and the community stand against commercial development.
New data on surf fishing in Delaware. What may surprise you about the reservation system.
And even though we are expecting spring to kick off like dominoes, the temperature is about to tumble into the 30s and the winds won't be backing off either.
This is CoastTV News at 11.
Dozens of buildings like these in the works in Milton. Good evening. I'm Mallory Metzner. Charlie Sakaitis has the night off. Welcome to our news at 11. We begin tonight with more planned development along our coast. A little over 40 buildings intended for office space and storage have been proposed for the outskirts of Milton. But as Coast TV's Charles Reinert shows us, this is not the first time this particular plot of land has been part of Milton's controversial growth.
This plot of land behind me here is the subject of a public hearing here in Milton on Tuesday. Milton's Planning and Zoning Commission is reviewing a request to build these office buildings and storage facilities from a company that's called Route 165 Property LLC. These buildings would go on a little over 5 acres of land right off of Cedar Creek Road and Mulberry Street Extension. And according to the town's agenda, the developer is seeking preliminary site plan approval. Now, if this plot of land you see on your screen here seems a bit familiar to you, that's because at the end of the block here is where a controversial Royal Farms has been in the works for a couple of years now. The people I spoke with today had mixed opinions on this office space. Some said the area is becoming a bit too difficult between this and the Royal Farms, but others felt that this possible addition wouldn't impact the town that much. This public hearing is scheduled for 6:30 on Tuesday at the Cannery Village Clubhouse. I'm Charles Reinert in Milton, Coast TV News.
And it's not just that development up for review tomorrow night. There is also a public hearing for a request to build on 100 Federal Street, that's next to Zava Cafe. According to the town, the project will have shops on the ground floor and apartments built on top, plus 34 parking spots. The town will also consider the next steps for the granary at Draper Farm tomorrow night. That development is not affiliated with Draper Media. According to the town, the proposed development will be located at Sand Hill Road. The original plans submitted state that over 1,300 homes will be built on that land that you see on your screen there. It's unclear when construction could begin, but when it does, it will take between 20 to 25 years to finish. And Milford has public hearings tomorrow for two different projects. The city wants to transform 182 acres of land at the northwest corner of Milford-Harrington Highway and Canterbury into an industrial park and employment center called the Milford Corporate Center. The second proposal would add single-family homes near Bucks Road north of Cedar Neck Road. The Milford Planning Commission meets tomorrow at 6 p.m. Then the next city to consider a development proposal is Lewis on Wednesday. The Henlopen Bluff project would build 79 single-family homes off Gills Neck Road. The proposal includes environmental protections, traffic and pedestrian safety improvements, and more. The Lewis Planning Commission's public hearing is Wednesday night at 5:30. And that will bring us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, what is your view on coastal development like the projects we just mentioned? Let's take a look at the updated results from earlier this evening. And this one keeps going up. Excessive. That answer is at 90% now. It's even higher than it was at 5 and 6 p.m. 4% say it's necessary for growth. 6% support development maybe, but think there needs to be more nature protection. If you haven't voted yet, you still can at coasttv.com or on our mobile app. New tonight, the Delaware State Fire Marshal is investigating after a shed caught fire in Georgetown. You can see a lot of smoke in these photos on your screen. This was on Parsons Lane. According to the Pulse Point app, the call came in around 5:30 and firefighters were on scene for almost an hour. You can see how close the fire got to a garage right beside the shed. And now let's take a live look outside into Ocean City. You can see those waves crashing on the shore there, and it's probably very cold if you're walking by the water. I know it's cold here in Milton now tonight, so let's check in with our First Alert Chief Meteorologist, Paul Williams, who joins us now with a look at the weather. And it's pretty windy too, Paul.
Yeah, this is what I would call circumstantial cold or chill, because it's not that the temperature's all that bad or low. We're not that we're in a bad time of the year. We're actually about to kick off spring. But the winds, feisty and ferocious at the same time. Our Spicer Brothers camera in Salisbury, we're a little bit out of focus here with the moisture that's accumulated on the lens of the camera, but basically we're still dealing with that chill, and we're going to drop into the 30s for tonight. The first day of spring is tomorrow, but it's going to feel like winter. But you can't say we haven't been talking. We've been talking about this since all of last week. So it's here, and it's holding true to form. We stayed in the 50s for the highs today, 54 Georgetown, 55 in Salisbury, and we do have a small craft advisory along the shore, so it's staying very breezy. And that breeze, Mallory, that's what's making it feel so uncomfortable for all of us. So we'll talk about just how cold the first week of spring will be, but for right now, back to you, Mal.
Sounds like our winter gear for the first week of spring, Paul. Right now, Johnson Road between Anderson Corner Road and Simpler Branch Road in Georgetown, it's closed. DelDOT says crews are installing a new crossroad pipe there. Detours are in place in that area through March 22nd.
I'm Madeline Overturf. Here's a look at just some of the things happening across Delmarva. New data shows that reservations required to drive on to Delaware State Park beaches were made within the first 3 hours of those reservations opening. Cape Henlopen State Park was the most reserved location, almost always at capacity. There were 302 tickets issued for violators at checkpoints. That's a 303% increase since 2016. 7 families are homeless after a fire ripped through a Salisbury apartment building. Firefighters say it happened at the Island Club Apartments early Monday morning, causing $800,000 in damage. The Iron Man and Eagle Man in Cambridge, they are racing into town. According to a report given to City Council, increased registration is expected, and there have been a few course alterations. That's a look at just a few things that are happening across Delmarva. I'm Madeline Overturf.
United Airlines' CEO is unveiling a new plan aimed at bolstering customers' confidence when flying. This month alone, there's been at least 6 incidents that have occurred mid-flight. Laura Aguirre tells us what the major carrier is doing to allay passenger fears going forward.
It's been a challenging month for United Airlines, with multiple flight mishaps making headlines, compounded by the fact that United is Boeing's biggest customer in the U.S., and Boeing is under federal investigation following a string of quality control lapses and in-flight incidents in recent months. Now, United CEO Scott Kirby is stressing the importance of safety to customers in a message Monday. United's most recent event happened last Friday in Medford, Oregon. One of their Boeing 737-800s landed and was found to have a missing panel under a wing, forcing the tower to halt all air traffic while crews searched for it on the ground.
We didn't find any debris or any panels or anything. Operations continue normally.
Among other recent incidences, the engine of a United Boeing 737-900 caught fire after takeoff from Houston. Then, same city, different jet, a United Boeing 737 MAX slid off a runway. And internationally, a United Boeing 777 left Sydney leaking hydraulic fluid. In all cases, the planes landed safely. Kirby assured customers that the unrelated events did get the airline's attention, and United has sharpened its focus. It will now expand training programs for pilots and mechanics, along with dedicating more resources to manage its supplier network. All moves designed to make flyers feel more comfortable about boarding United jets as the busy summer travel season nears. I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.
Boeing has said it's working on several issues identified by the Federal Aviation Administration, which has instructed the aircraft maker to submit a plan to fix its production problems by late May. Still, another in-air issue making Boeing news Monday. An Alaska Airlines flight landed safely in Portland, Oregon, after the plane, a Boeing 787-800, suffered a, quote, minor crack on its inner windshield. while on descent, according to the airline and the FAA. This happened Sunday evening on a flight from the D.C. area to Portland. The cause of the crash is unknown. The Supreme Court has extended the temporary hold on Texas's immigration law. The temporarily blocked law, which allowed police to arrest migrants who illegally crossed the border from Mexico, is being challenged by the Biden administration, who says the measure tramples on the federal government's authority to oversee immigration issues. The law was originally set to take effect March 10th, but is now blocked indefinitely, giving all 9 Supreme Court justices time to figure out what next steps they should take. Former President Donald Trump and 7 of his co-defendants are continuing their efforts to disqualify the district attorney in the Georgia 2020 election interference case. They're seeking an immediate appeal of last week's ruling that allowed Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis to remain on the case. The ruling did force the resignation of Willis's top prosecutor on the case, Nathan Wade. If the appeals court reviews the matter, that could potentially lead to a pause of the overall proceedings in the case. Back here on the coast, the agency NOAA Fisheries put slow zones in Ocean City to protect right whales. Any boat 65 feet or longer must travel 10 knots or less within this area that you see on your screen. This slow zone has been extended at least 5 times. One fisherman tells CoastTV he wishes NOAA gave more information on where exactly the right whales are.
If there was some sort of a website that us captains can get on in the morning, if there are whales present, if we could get online and look, maybe we could see for ourselves and use our own technology that we have on top of, most of our boats to avoid where these whales are currently located.
The slow zone is set to expire on March 29th. A note for our viewers, Draper Media has been made aware of a fake social media and website scam. The scammers are impersonating Draper Media's radio station, Big 107.7, and offering a gift card, as you see here. We urge our listeners to not give any information to these fake sites as we take immediate action to have them removed. We are just getting started on your Monday night. Sand, surf, and summer safety in South Bethany. How you can become a part of the team that guards the beach.
And the first week of spring will feature some interesting climate comebacks of chilly temperatures and chilly weather. By the way, you can track your weather in your neighborhood by calling our weather hotline at 443-880-9100. Sponsored by the law offices of Baird, Mandelis, Brockstedt, and Federico.
But first, innovative drones take to the skies to clean the Milton Water Tower. How this impacts local infrastructure maintenance when we return in just 60 seconds.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Wow.
Nice.
Thanks, bud.
Buy a sporty Camry right now with low 4.75 APR financing. Toyota, let's go places.
20 years ago, Farmers Bank of Wheelers opened branches to serve Ocean City and West OC. Now, we're making it official with permanent locations to better serve our customers in Worcester County. While other banks are closing branches, we're banking on Ocean City's future. Sure, we have a world-class app, but sometimes there's no substitute for helpful, friendly people. Announcing our grand opening on 87th Street, North Ocean City, and coming in 2024, West OC on Route 611. Switch to the Farmers Bank of Wheelers, where people matter.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota. So, which one do you want? This one. Wow.
Right now, get low APR financing on a stylish new Corolla sedan or hatchback. Toyota, let's go places.
This is Coast TV News at 11.
If you were driving past the Milton Water Tower today, you might have noticed some of that green gunk washed away. That's thanks to a new way to clean: drones. Coast TV's Tori Seagrave shows us why this cleaning method is safer than making the climb.
This drone takes off to fly, but not for what you might think. Drones are often seen as a tool for things like photography and surveying, but now companies like Mid-Atlantic Pro Wash are utilizing the technology for maintenance work. Pilot and partner Cody Whaley says this is a safer approach to cleaning tall structures like the Milton Water Tower because it keeps people on the ground.
Well, you'd either rent a lift or you would put a tether on top of the structure and work your way down. Again, just not safe. So that's where the drones come into place. And there's a need for it in the area. There's a lot of high rises, water towers, large above ground structures.
Compared to a consumer-grade drone, this one is massive and requires a license to fly. It hooks up to a hose and sprays a chemical mixture onto the tower to melt away the gunk, covering it instead of using high-pressure water. According to Whaley, the drone will fly about 3 school buses high to spray. But with flying that high comes the obstacle of Mother Nature.
Wind. We had some issues with it today. We were able to get part of the tower clean, but yeah, wind is definitely a key factor and our biggest challenge most of the time.
And this is only the beginning of drones and manual labor.
This is just a small sneak peek and a glimpse into what the next 5 to 10 years is going to look like for us.
While the water tower isn't done yet, Mid-Atlantic says it'll be about 4 days and then it'll be completely clean. I'm Tori Seagraves in Milton, Coast TV News.
The town of Dewey Beach wants to let locals know that the dumpsters at the end of Dagsworthy Street, Bayside, they'll be removed. We're talking about the dumpsters right next to Sunset Park. The town says they take away from the beauty of the green space, and homeowners were also using them. After reviewing the cost and different options, the town is removing them as it moves forward with the Living Shoreline and Sunset Park projects. South Bethany Beach Patrol is getting ready for summer by hiring qualified lifeguards. According to the town, lifeguards are on duty from Memorial Day through Labor Day, weekdays from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and on weekends from 10 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. If you're interested in becoming a lifeguard, just email the South Bethany Beach Patrol.
So the rumor around town is that spring starts tomorrow, and that's a true thing. So it's not necessarily a rumor, it's truth. I mean, it's a rumor, but it's not going to feel like it, you know? It's already feeling quite cold as we speak this evening. We're at 42 degrees, courtesy of our Hershey's exterior camera, and we have winds at 13 miles per hour. It's cold. We're going to drop into the 30s by later tonight, thanks to the clear skies. Now, we started off this morning in the 30s. It's not even spring just yet, but we're talking 39 in Cambridge, Easton, Georgetown, and Salisbury. 42 for the morning low in Ocean City. Now, take a look at this and compare it to our normal numbers. 39 is only 2 off of the norm, and it's actually a little bit above. So, in theory, we started off just a skosh, and I do mean a skosh, just a skosh warmer than usual for this time of the year. Now, the winds are picking up momentum along the shore at about 25 miles per hour. That's a small craft advisory in its truest sense of the word, between 20 to 25 mile per hour gusts. A little choppy, kind of hard to deal with, particularly with a smaller vehicle. Boat is what I meant to say. All right, vessel is what I was thinking. The word V word was vessel. Anyway, have this trough that's sliding through here that's creating the opportunity for that rain. That precipitation is going to stay well to our south, even though we have a lot of advisories that are lighting up most of the counties throughout Virginia. That's going to kind of slide around us. We don't have to worry about that. Not our issue, not our problem. 40 degrees right now in Indian River Inlet, Millsboro, Bethany Beach. And we're at 39 degrees right now in Milton, Redden, Georgetown, and 38 degrees in Greenwood and Seaford. But we are 19 to 20 degrees colder now than we were 24 hours ago in a couple of places like Cambridge, Salisbury, and 18 degrees cooler in Ocean City. So Tuesday morning, we wake up to freezing temperatures in Shelbyville, Millsboro, Georgetown, Milford, and Milton. Okay? Now, I mentioned Milton 3 times. You noticed that, right? So keep in mind that we're going to the 40s by the afternoon. And then as we go into Wednesday, we start off at 37 to near 40 degrees. We go up to near 60 the following afternoon. Thursday, a bit cooler. Friday, we start off cloudy. And then Saturday, early in the morning, rain comes back to visit us once again, but just in the form of rain. And then I'm going to keep a close eye on the low pressure system is going to be developing off the coast for Monday morning. It might turn into a big, ugly monster for us for next week. So I'm giving you a 1 week advance warning of what's going to be happening next Monday, okay? All right, so tonight, 33, cool. Tomorrow, a chilly start, but a sunny finish in 51. Wednesday, 10 degrees warm, so feeling more spring-like by Wednesday. Here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling Extended Forecast. Happy spring, everybody. After that, bundle up like it's winter.
Thank you, Paul. I suppose I would like to think it's going to be spring soon. Cutting down the work week without cutting paychecks, how supporters of this idea are backing up a proposed law, but what critics have to say. And making improvements to cross the Mespilian River in Milford, the project that started today and where you'll see a detour. Stay tuned. That story is just ahead when Coast TV News at 11 continues.
JoJo's in Salisbury serves fresh, homemade food in an upscale, family-friendly atmosphere. Enjoy delicious crab dishes like our colossal lump crab cakes or our creamy crab dip served in a fresh baked bread bowl and the best cream of crab soup in town. Try the new Pineapple Blast or wind down with our wine selection, beer on tap, and other cocktails. Have an event? Reserve your private suite or banquet room today. JoJo's Family Restaurant, where family dines together and dinner tastes better.
Are you ready? It's Ford Truck Month, and we're celebrating 47 years as the best-selling trucks in America with special once-a-year offers on Ford F-Series, including the new 2024 Ford F-150 and Ford Super Duty, the North American Truck of the Year. It's time to celebrate America. This is Ford Truck Month. Now get 1.9% financing for 72 months on select Ford F-150 models only at your local Ford dealer.
It's that time of year again where homeowners are power washing, staining, and replacing boards on their deck.
No one has time for that. With Paul Davis, our AZEK decks are crack, fade, and insect resistant with a lifetime warranty.
Paul Davis makes it easy by bringing the showroom to you and giving you an estimate that same day. Paul Davis decks are beautiful.
Save big 3 ways. Get last year's pricing, pay nothing until 2025, and get a 10x10 outdoor gazebo free with your new deck, but only through March 31st.
Call Paul Davis today for a free estimate.
I'm Nathan Hudson from Laurel, and I utilize the USDA's Wetland Reserve Easement Program to improve water quality and wildlife habitat on my farm. Wetlands improve water quality by filtering sediments and chemicals while providing food and shelter for wildlife. If you have at least 10 acres, you may be eligible for 75% or more of the fair market value and restoration costs for placing an easement on your wooded or ag lands. To learn more about this program, stop by your local USDA Service Center.
Upgrades to the Walnut Street Bridge deck started this morning in Milford. The bridge is used to cross the Mespilian River. According to the city, the bridge deck will be raised as a traffic calming feature that's used to improve safety and help prevent speeding. This project also makes room for a handicapped accessible pedestrian crossing that links up with the Milford Riverwalk. Coast TV News spoke with one person who gave this project a thumbs up.
Well, I agree that we definitely need some more handicap accessible. My best friend is in a wheelchair, so I think that is a great idea.
The first phase of the project is expected to last around 45 days. During that time, the bridge will be closed to traffic and a detour will be in place. There's a push to shorten the standard U.S. work week from 40 to 32 hours. A bill was recently proposed in the Senate aiming to make that a reality. But as Jen Sullivan explains, some critics worry a 4-day work week could hurt businesses.
How does a 4-day work week sound? Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders wants to make that a reality, proposing a bill that would cut the work week down to 32 hours without reduced pay.
The sad reality is Americans now work more hours than the people of any other wealthy nation.
In many European countries, employees have shorter work weeks. France has a federally mandated 35-hour work week. Denmark has a 37-hour work week. Belgium has adopted a 4-day work week. And the UK recently tested the idea. 61 companies did a trial run of the 4-day work week between June and December of 2022. The director of the 4-day week campaign talked about the results last fall.
It was overwhelmingly successful.
Nearly 90% of the businesses that participated in the pilot were still operating with the 4-day work week 1 year later. 31 of those companies have made the change permanent.
When workers have that 4-day week, 32 hours, no loss of pay, they come back into the workplace working much more effectively, efficiently, they're better rested, also more creative.
The program also found revenue remained the same during the trial, and in some cases even ticked up slightly. Critics, though, worry it could hurt employers and employees in the future.
They would ship those jobs overseas, or they would automate to replace those workers for whom they have an increased expense. or they would dramatically increase prices to make this stay afloat.
Some unions support the bill, but it's unlikely to pass in the Senate. For Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
Coming up in sports, after making a playoff run last year, Polytech softball out to begin their season with a victory over a top upstate opponent today. And Cheers Language Exchange, how this free Spanish and English class aims to bring our diverse community closer. Stay tuned. You're watching Coast TV News at 11.
Right now, it's your choice during the Subaru A Lot to Love event going on at Gateway Subaru. Choose what fits your lifestyle and budget. Choose to lease a new 2024 Subaru Forester for only $299 a month, or take advantage of financing rates as low as 0.9%. Choose to lease a new 2024 Subaru Outback for only $299 a month, or take advantage of financing rates as low as 1.9%. Gateway Subaru, where every choice leads to a new adventure. Love, it's what makes a Subaru a Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
When choosing windows and doors for your home, at Pella, it's your choice. We manufacture maintenance-free vinyl, fiberglass, and wood-clad windows and patio doors, all with lifetime warranties. High performance, energy efficient, and loaded with options to help make your house your home. Industry-first features and benefits make living easier and increase your home's value. Visit our Experience Center or call us today to schedule your free in-home consultation, where we bring the showroom to you.
This is MJ Laughlin with IG Burton Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. The Jeep Celebration event is the perfect time to get into a new Jeep Wrangler with payments starting at just $389 per month with only $1,000 down payment. Or the Jeep Compass for just $299 per month. Plus, we have discounts up to $28,000 off Ram trucks or save up to $17,000 off Jeep Grand Cherokees. We have Gladiators starting under $38,000. Stop by IG Burton Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram today in Melfort, Smyrna, Newark, or Berlin. Nobody beats a Burton deal. Nobody.
You probably wouldn't know David Trone grew up on a struggling farm, cleaning hog pens and trudging to an outhouse in winter, till the farm was lost to the bank and David started a business to support his family. Then again, when you see all the bills David's passed to help struggling working families, maybe you would. David will keep fighting to give everyone a fair shake, refusing to take a nickel from PACs and lobbyists who wield such an unfair influence. Unlike most politicians, David only answers to you.
I'm David Trone, and I approve this message.
Cash or charge?
Charge.
Heads up! Heads up! Get back! Get back!
Sorry, game time.
Like that. Get back! Get back! You don't know me like that. Geek, geek. I ain't playing around. Make one false move, I take you down. Get back! Get back! You don't know me like that. Get back! Get back! You don't know me like that.
Get 2.9% financing for 72 months, or get $2,000 in MAC cash on the 2023 Nissan Rogue.
Cheer will kick off very soon their language exchange adult program, in which they'll be offering free English and Spanish classes to adults who are 50 and older. All of this after receiving a grant from the Delaware Division of Services for Aging and Adults with Physical Disabilities. Monica Mandujano will be one of the teachers in the program, which runs from March 19th through June 25th at 4 different Cheer locations. She told Coast TV what she expects from her students.
I want them to leave with being able to have a whole communication with me, to leave with some knowledge of our language, our culture, and of course, conversation, to be able to get together with the English class and be able, in the Spanish speaking class, and to be able to communicate. So that to me is also very exciting.
For more information on the classes, visit our website, coasttv.com. Delaware farmers and food supply chain entities can help build resilience in Delaware's food system with the help of new grants. The Delaware Council on Farm and Food Policy is now accepting grant applications for Cycle 3 of the First State Food System program. The Delaware Department of Agriculture says projects that address food aggregation, cold storage, or transportation activities will be prioritized. We have links to apply on coasttv.com.
The Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
The spring season is here, and on the softball diamond in Delaware today, the state quarterfinalists from last year, Polytech, aiming to begin their season by taking down Odessa. Senior Mara Everton taking the bump for the Panthers on a chilly day in Woodside. No score, bottom 2 for Polytech. Brianna Benton up with 2 on, lifts one to the left center gap. Left fielder has a beat on it but can't corral it. 2 runners score, And there's the Panthers' first runs of the year. Couple batters later, it's Rachel Carey up at the dish. She belts that one far down the left field line. Will it stay fair? It does. Just sneaks it in. That's a 2-run shot for the Binghamton commit, 4-0. Still in the second, and it's Caitlin Tillman's turn to do some damage. Drives this one the opposite way into right field. 2 runs cross home. Tillman going for 2, but she is thrown out at second. But it's a 6-run second for the Panthers. Bottom 3 now, 2 on, 1 away. Chopper sent left side, but Madison Blanchfield playing the hot corner well fires over to second for the force out. Tough play to make for the sophomore. However, next batter, Carey gets a knee-high pitch and she barrels that one deep, and the center fielder watches it just go. Her second home run of the day. This time a 3-run blast makes it 10-0. The Panthers take this game 16-0 in 5 innings to open the year. That'll do for sports. Have a great night.
It's Ram Truck Month at Preston Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of Millsboro.
With qualifying credit, save over $12,000 on the 2024 Ram 1500 Laramie Crew Cab 4x4.
With every new purchase, you'll get our Preston for Life lifetime engine guarantee. Shop the deals online at millsborocdjr.com. Order online and we'll deliver to you. Come check out the amazing deals at the Ram Truck Month sales event at Preston Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. Cars cost less with Preston.
Transform your bathroom into a haven of luxury with Baths by Spicer Brothers. Call today for your free consultation. We'll work around your hectic schedule with evening, Saturday, and even same-day appointments available.
And right now, receive 50% off installation, a free shower door upgrade, and a free deluxe shower head. Plus, enjoy your new shower now and pay later with no interest and no payments for 18 months.
With Baths by Spicer Brothers, quality is our promise, and your satisfaction is our guarantee. So before you sign, keep Baths by Spicer Brothers in mind.
Not everyone wants a big funeral. For those seeking a simple alternative, the Eastern Shore's most trusted family and funeral service offers another option. Eastern Shore Cremation and Funeral Service is simple and affordable. A direct cremation tribute starts at just $15.95, or choose to have a small visitation service, serving Delaware, Maryland, and Virginia with easy consultation by phone and streamlined electronic documentation. Learn more at easternshorecremation.com. Eastern Shore Cremation and Funeral Services. Simply respectful.
Delaware Electric Cooperative is committed to improving the lives of young Delawareans. We're excited to teach elementary students how to be safe around electricity. We're proud to offer scholarships to students looking to further their education. The Co-op's annual summer youth tour gives high schoolers the chance to learn about cooperatives with hundreds of other peers from across the country. And we provide real-world experience to college students through our summer internship program. Young Delawareans are our future, and our co-op is proud to help them achieve their goals.
At Coastal Comfort, we know there's no place like home. That's why we're committed to ensuring total comfort for a totally happy home.
As a premier Carrier factory authorized dealer, we're dedicated to providing reliable service and the best savings.
Like now, through the end of May, with purchase of a qualified Carrier system, you can instantly receive up to $1,900 off. You could also qualify for up to $2,000 in federal tax credit. Coastal Comfort, a Carrier factory authorized dealer serving Maryland and Delaware.
Carrier, turn to the experts.
With St. Patrick's Day in the rear view, lots of coastal communities are hopping along to the next holiday celebrations. There are 2 places to have breakfast with the Easter Bunny in Worcester County on Saturday, at the Ocean Pines Community Center and at the Berlin American Legion Auxiliary, where there will also be a free egg hunt. The Georgetown Chamber of Commerce is holding an Easter egg hunt at Revelation Craft Brewery from noon to 2 Saturday. You can also meet the Easter Bunny there. Then on Sunday, the Bowers Fire Company is holding its annual egg hunt at the Bowers Community Park, Church Street from 11 to 2.
So we do this question at the station, to get to know each other. Like, that would be a good question. What's your favorite Easter movie? Just thinking. All right, so title of health camera. And Seafer, we're at 39 degrees. Do you even know of an Easter movie, right? We'll drop back to 36 degrees with mostly clear skies. As far as our umbrella giveaway winner, it's actually Sandy O'Reilly of Greenwood. Congratulations, courtesy of Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling. We're not seeing any precipitation or problems. We do have gusty winds along the shore, but that's for the next 2 or 3 days in a row. Here's a look at your exclusive Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling 10-day forecast. What's your favorite Easter movie?
Thank you, Paul. I'm going to have to think on that, do some research. If anyone has any suggestions, feel free to email them in. Thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 11. For more news and local weather, just download the Coast TV News app. Tonight's show starring Jimmy Fallon is up next, and then we'll see you tomorrow for Coast TV News at 5 a.m. Have a great night.